Good morning, everyone. So my name is Sayoni, and today we will talk about the advisory hours which a Microsoft partner has and how one can leverage the advisory hours. As we speak along, please post the questions in the Q&A window, and we will have some time at the end of the session to answer the questions. So, what is the Microsoft Partner Technical Services? So the Microsoft Partner Technical Services exist with the sole objective of helping the partners win more deals, accelerate deployment, and support the Microsoft solutions throughout every stage of your customer relationships. So the complete lifecycle consists of selling, deployment, and support. Now, where do the partner technical services or the technical pre-sales and deployment services come into the picture? That is in the sell phase as well as in the deploy phase. So when I talk about the sell, what exactly do I mean? The services we provide under the sell category will help the Microsoft partners to win more deals through partner-focused business and technical consultation and technical training of the real-world scenarios. So basically, we will assist the partner to develop a proof of concept, in a pre-sales phase, provide technical consultation or demos on any of the new solutions that have come in the market. And we will also do it through real world use cases. So when we talk of technical training, these are the different enablement sessions which we will carry out. So these enablement sessions are available one-to-one for the partners. They are also scheduled almost every month, and partners can register and learn more about the products, the new features, and all of that. So anything which is available in a webinar can also be requested as a one-to-one consultation. What do we do in the deployment phase? So in the deployment phase, suppose a partner is working for a customer, implementing a customer project, and requires some assistance in a particular issue. So that is when the Microsoft partner can call up the Microsoft Partner Technical Services team, and we'll help you in resolving the issues. Or it's not really like support in the sense that this is all happening at the deployment phase, particularly during a project lifecycle. Our consultants will also help do the solution design, the migration plan, the deployment plan, the decommissioning plan, will also help develop, the applications if the partner is stuck, the connectivity or any of the APIs, anything for that matter, you can log a request with the partner technical services team, and we will be helping in the deployment phase of the project. Of course, as a partner, one is also entitled to the support, which is resolving technical roadblocks by engaging with the support teams to resolve the problems. And we have the product support teams, and we have the signature cloud support teams for that. And throughout the sell, deploy, and support phases, we have the support community to help, which is the Microsoft Partner Online Support Resources. We also have two other offerings for the partners. One is the advanced support for partners, and one is the premier support for partners. We will, of course, not discuss the advanced support for partners or the premier support for partners there in this particular discussion, because those are paid offerings. And once you are an MPN member, you could actually go ahead and purchase an advanced support for partners plan that comes with a services account manager. A premier support for partners come with a services of a technical account manager. So moving on, how does the Microsoft Partner Network technical benefits structure work? So at the very basic, you have the network, the MPN members, where all that you get is online interactive sessions and the partner support community, which means that you can register to the one-to-many webinars remotely. These are completely free of charge, and you can also raise your questions in the partner support community. One level above the Microsoft network is the MAPS, or the Microsoft Action Pack, which gives you 5 partner advisory hours, of course, access to the partner support community, and the webinars, right? So that is how an action pack is. It's extremely useful for starting your journey in complete life cycle. So that's really the starting. So one can actually buy an action pack, raise an advisory request, see how the level of services is, and then probably go for, the silver or the gold packs if the partner thinks it's well worth the investment. Of course, while we are talking about the different benefit structure, we have to keep in mind that we have the cloud performance competencies and we have the hybrid competencies, which are in scope of support. What that means is that with the exception of a few products, we do not support on-premise. Our scope of support is in the cloud and for hybrid scenarios. Of course, for some products, and we will talk about that later, we still have on-premises support available. The next is the Silver Pack, which gives 20 partner advisory hours, technical pre-sales, partner support community, 15 product support incidents, unlimited signature cloud support incidents for the cloud performance competencies, and 10 signature cloud support incidents for the hybrid competencies. And beyond that, we have the highest level of support, which is the gold subscription, which has 50 partner advisory hours, which can be used for technical pre-sales and deployment assistance, unlimited access to partner support community, 20 product support incidents for cloud competence, 20 product support incidents for hybrid competence, unlimited signature cloud support incidents, for the cloud performance, and 10 signature cloud support incidents for hybrid. And as a gold member, you get 20 product support incidents for on-premises competencies. As a silver member, you get 15 product support incidences. So once we have talked about the benefits or how the benefits are arranged as per tiers, we will talk a little about the technical pre-sales and deployment services. So what exactly does the advisory services consist of? what are the competences, what are the workloads that are covered, what are the types of scenarios that are covered, and what exactly we can do when I say that I'm entitled to 50 hours of technical pre-sales and deployment services. So we are aligned primarily on the four big bet areas, which we call the modern workplace, which consists of collaboration, modern desktop, security and compliance, and cloud voice. Business applications, which is nothing but Dynamics 365. So we have customer engagement, which was the earlier CRM. We have operations, and we have the apps and infrastructure, which consists of cloud infrastructure and management and application innovation. So what that means is the complete Azure IaaS workload and the cloud application development. We have the data and AI, which is SQL, Power BI, Azure Machine Learning, HD Insight, and Cortana Intelligence, and everything related to do with data platform and analytics. In each of these blocks, as I would say, for instance, a modern workplace or a business applications, we have technical journeys defined. Now, what are technical journeys? Technical journeys are a specially crafted journey where we intend to take a partner from a getting started, from a plan phase to an optimize phase. So for a partner who is just starting, less than 5 deals in a particular workload would be somewhere around the get started, where our consultants will help you plan the workload. What are the consultations you can get? What are the workloads that you need to be strong on? And, for instance, in Azure IaaS, it could be storage, getting started on the compute network and storage. And the consultations or the webinars that we have in this phase are beginner level webinars, which will help you understand more about a workload. Once the partner is matured, we have the grow your business phase, which is basically, you've been able to close 5 deals, 4 to 5 deals, and now you are in that phase where you want a technical deep dive. So in the get started phase, if we talked about Azure IaaS storage, our topics were somewhat like introduction to storage. Whereas in the grow your business phase, it will be more about a technical deep dive into the different components of Azure storage. And finally, once the partner is matured enough, we have the optimize your business, which is nothing but ask the experts. So you have a project, you have questions, any questions related to deployment, pre-sales consultation, we schedule Ask the Experts for the partners. Partners can ask any questions possible. There will be a team of 4 to 5 consultants, depending upon the technology area, of course, who will be able to take the questions and answer those either in the session itself or reach out to you later with the answers and the subsequent recommendations. So this is what I was talking about, which is an example we have taken, the hybrid cloud infrastructure technical journey. So it starts with grow, manage, and increase profitability with Microsoft Azure internal use rights, moves on to introduction to Azure IaaS, introduction to site recovery and backup, and we also talk about a starter kit. So a starter kit could be on compute, network, storage. It could be on any of the workloads. It's a one-to-one consultation. It has a set of packaged IPs, a standard deliverable, recommendation report that we provide. And it's very interesting and very useful to start the Azure journey. For any pre-sales query, we have the IaaS pre-sales consultation, and we have the deployment consultation, which is again to be used during the deployment phase of the project. As I was mentioning, in the grow phase, we have the technical deep dive on hybrid cloud infrastructure, technical deep dive on hybrid cloud storage, and technical deep dive on hybrid cloud management and security. So all these are given as one-to-manys, that is webinars. But for a partner who is willing to invest the partner advisory hours, one can request for a one-to-one session also for any of these. So that's possible. And finally, in the optimize phase, we have asked the experts on Azure. One important thing I want to mention here is that the content is refreshed almost every 2 months. So right now, the content that we have is already updated to include the new workloads like Azure Stack, SAP on Azure, Azure and Linux and those kind of stuff. So it's a pretty agile content. Of course, within a span of 1 to 2 months, the contents get refreshed. So coming to your entitlement and what you can use your entitlement for. You can, first of all, we will talk about the products. So as you can see, you can use your entitlement for the different products. Microsoft Office 365, which includes Exchange Online, Sky for Business Online and on-prem, SharePoint Online, OneDrive, Power BI, and Yammer. Then we have Microsoft Dynamics 365 online. Of course, we support scenarios where a customer wants to move from on-prem to online. So that's something which is supported. Microsoft Azure, all Microsoft Azure solutions and related services, including infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, data platform, BI, analytics, and Azure machine learning. Windows Server, yes, all Windows Server. System Center, related products like SCOM, and of course, related to cloud or hybrid scenarios. So we do not support which is exclusively on-premise. Enterprise Mobility Suite, Microsoft Intune, Azure AD, Rights Management Services, and of course, Windows 10 OS, Windows 10 mobile devices, universal apps. So that is the supported products. And now we will talk a little about the different types of scenarios which are supported to help partners sell. So this, when we say about sell, it is typically the pre-sales phase in a customer engagement. And what do we include in a technical pre-sales engagement? So we give a proof of concept guidance. So today you need a cognitive services application, a bot application. We can help you do a proof of concept on that. We do the business value proposition as to why this particular product needs to be selected, why this particular product is the best fit for your requirement. We also provide competitive assistance, comparisons with Salesforce, say in case of CRM, or AWS versus Azure. However, one thing that's important to understand is that we do not recommend a Microsoft product. Our job is to show that this is what AWS can provide, this is what Azure can provide. It's really your decision to go with either Azure or AWS or Google Cloud or anything for that matter. But we do provide the assistance. Feature overview and comparison guidance, of course, it's a very important and one of the most popular engagement scenarios. So is request for proposal questions. Again, we would not fill up RFP responses for the partners, but we would help the partners fill up the same. And of course, finally, the technical licensing recommendations. Do note that we have a commercial licensing team who are to be referred to for any commercial licensing questions. Our scope is limited to technical licensing only. When we talk about sell, next we have is the deploy. And what exactly does deployment cover? So this starts with planning of a project. How do you configure? So it starts with plan, then how do you design? How do you configure? How do you migrate? How do you do the cutover? And it pretty much includes everything in the deployment phase. Again, we can shadow you in a non-production environment, but not really do that in a production environment. For that, we have the support team, we have the other teams as well. So what do? We provide design and implementation guidance. If you have a design document or an implementation document, we would help review that. We can do a test environment review. We can provide solution integration assistance, provided these are Microsoft solutions. If these are third-party solutions, we will not be able to help. We also do migration and deployment planning. We provide scenario guidance. And of course, get the current internal deployment services. So what this essentially means is we will help you take a stock of the different workloads you have and possibly chart out a way as to how you can move from point A to point B using the Microsoft products. So that's what we do in the deployment phase. How can you see what your entitlement is? Of course, as a partner, you have access to the partner network. In the partner network, you will be able to see the technical pre-sales. Within the technical pre-sales, you will be able to see the partner advisory hours that you have. If you're starting your journey, you would know how to qualify for partner advisory hours, how can you track your advisory hours, and then how you can purchase additional hours. It is in this site itself that we have links to the various events that are set up where you can register. Your MPN ID and your official email ID will be required, and we publish our schedule about 3 months in advance, so you can register to any of the webcasts. It's from the same page, which we call the landing page, that you can also request for any of the one-to-one services, like I want a starter kit consultation in IS, or I want a growth kit consultation in SharePoint. So all these requests can be raised from this partner.microsoft.com landing page, depending upon the workload that you're interested in. Click on the workload and you will have a whole lot of services which you could request for. So as we were saying, how you can track your benefits. So you come to My Benefits, and here you can see Partner Advisory Gold 50 hours. So it shows the advisory of category advisory, the subsidiary, how many hours you have as part of your entitlement, how many you've used, how many is remaining, and it also gives you a link to submit an advisory service request. Since this particular partner is a gold member, we have partner signature unlimited, which is, the number of incidents on cloud scenarios, which is unlimited number of incidents on cloud scenario. And we have partner support gold 20 pack, which means 20 incidents which you could raise in the hybrid scenario. If you see the signature unlimited, that is how, to the extreme right, you have how you can submit an O365 incident and how you can submit an Azure incident. And this, the one which is on-premise slash hybrid for 20 incidents, you can choose once you click on submit a product support incident, you can choose the products and you can accordingly raise your incidents. And the first one deals with advisory requests, which is what we've been talking about so far, the advisory hours. The last two, which is the Partner Signature Unlimited and Partner Support Gold 20 pack, are typically in the support lifecycle of a partner. So here we have the link to the UK MPN blog page, and I would request all of you to check out the UK MPN blog page later this week. So this will have all the sessions covered in this series. This will also include the links to all the recordings. So what are the next steps? And here we talk about leveraging the advisory hours, joining the Yammer community. So a huge thank you for listening. And we will now see if there have been any questions, and we will try to answer those questions.